Like most of us in these interesting times, there's new opportunities. Not having to commute means that there's time to do new things. Being forced to stay at home, I guess, provides restrictions, but it also enables new things. And one of the things that is really an opportunity, I think, at this time is to stop and consider perhaps one of the most influential people who's ever walked this earth. I'm amazed at how many well thought out adults have never just stopped and thoroughly looked at the biographical accounts of Jesus of Nazareth. So this might be an opportunity to do that. One of the four Gospels that's in the Bible is the Gospel of John. And at church this year, we've been thinking about that Gospel. And so I'm just going to spend a little bit of time each day reading from a few verses from John's Gospel. We're going to start at the very beginning. We're going to go all the way to the end. I'm going to be using this tool that we've been working through a little bit with some people at church, which just has a few notes to help us consider these verses. So you might want to download John's Gospel, look it up online. We're looking at John chapter 1 and the first 5 verses, and it says this: "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." Just pause for one of the rare flights to go overhead. I guess it's an interesting start to a book. You would normally, and is often found in some of the other Gospels, hear about the birth narratives of Jesus, the Christmas story, that some of you might know. But this starts in a very abstract place. And we see in the first verse there that the word is used twice. And John, who's writing this, stresses that this word was there in the beginning. And what's going to be interesting over these first 18 verses that we look at over the next few days is how frequently John uses this idea of the Word. So a good question is, what or who is the Word? Well, if we start to look at the text for some information, verse 1 says that the Word was with God and that the Word was God. Verse 2 insinuates that the Word is a person. Verse 3 then says the Word who is God and a person has also made everything. But these claims continue to go further because we see from verse 4 what difference the Word makes to life. And so we see there in verse 4 that John says the Word is the source of life, the answer for life, and in fact, eternal life. And I guess this does make sense if, as John has claimed, the Word is really the creator, that he would also be the source, answer, and destiny for eternal life. And then we conclude in verse 5 by saying that this light that is found from the Word is going to continue to shine. So join us tomorrow as we have a look at the next few verses of John's Gospel.